Imagine a world where the potential for communication is not limited by a rare genetic condition. This is the reality for individuals with Rett syndrome, a neurological disorder that typically hampers both physical and language development. Affecting approximately 1 in every 10,000 women and even fewer men, Rett syndrome has long been misunderstood. For years, it was believed that those with this condition, many of whom lose their ability to speak in early childhood, were restricted to a narrow range of cognitive and linguistic capabilities. But here's where it gets intriguing. In Wales, a region where bilingualism is common, our recent case study has revealed that exposure to both English and Welsh can significantly enhance the linguistic abilities of individuals with Rett syndrome, a condition that usually limits speech. Rett syndrome is primarily caused by a random mutation in the MECP2 gene located on the X chromosome. This genetic anomaly typically manifests in early childhood, with most children showing normal development until around 18 months, when they begin to experience a regression of skills. This regression can lead to a loss of speech, mobility, and purposeful hand use. Interestingly, there are various forms of Rett syndrome. For instance, individuals with the preserved speech variant may retain their ability to speak after experiencing regression, or they might develop speech later on without undergoing regression at all. In addition to challenges with movement and language, those with Rett syndrome may also face other health issues such as scoliosis, curvature of the spine, seizures, irregular heart rhythms, digestive problems, and respiratory difficulties. The severity of these symptoms can vary greatly from one individual to another. To communicate, many individuals with Rett syndrome utilize alternative methods such as body language, communication books, symbol charts, or advanced technological devices. These strategies, collectively known as augmentative and alternative communication, can either supplement or replace traditional speech. While these communication tools can be life-changing, existing guidelines for supporting individuals with Rett syndrome have largely been based on research involving monolingual individuals. Until now, the concept of bilingualism in those with Rett syndrome had not been thoroughly investigated. Historically, researchers believed that individuals with Rett syndrome would have cognitive abilities comparable to those of an 18-month-old child, as this is when many begin to regress. However, recent studies are challenging this notion, indicating that individuals with Rett syndrome can exhibit a diverse range of cognitive skills. In Wales, where approximately 17.8% of the population speaks Welsh, bilingualism is a natural part of life for many families. Research consistently demonstrates that growing up with 2 languages can enhance cognitive and linguistic development. For example, bilingual children often display more efficient thinking skills than their monolingual counterparts. However, parents of children with developmental disorders like Rett syndrome are frequently advised to focus on just one language. This advice often stems from the misconception that bilingual exposure could hinder progress or create confusion. Despite mounting evidence suggesting otherwise, this belief remains prevalent. Studies involving children with other developmental conditions, such as Down syndrome, have shown that bilingualism is not only possible, but also does not negatively impact cognitive or linguistic development. Furthermore, denying a child from a bilingual family the opportunity to learn one of their languages can have significant social and cultural repercussions, potentially severing their connection to an essential part of their identity and community. Before our research, there was a notable absence of studies examining bilingual development in individuals with Rett syndrome. Families had shared anecdotes indicating that many individuals with this condition were growing up in bilingual settings. Some research has touched on parental views regarding bilingualism in Rett syndrome, offering valuable insights into the cultural implications of being bilingual. However, without concrete research documenting language development, we lacked the evidence needed to understand what is achievable and how best to support bilingual individuals with Rett syndrome. Our study focused on a teenage girl diagnosed with the preserved speech variant of Rett syndrome, who had been exposed to both English and Welsh from birth. By utilizing parental questionnaires, standardized assessments, and vocabulary diaries, we monitored her understanding and use of words in both languages over a 3-year period. The results were promising. She demonstrated the ability to understand and produce words in both English and Welsh, with her vocabulary in both languages expanding over time. This finding challenges long-standing beliefs about the linguistic limitations associated with Rett syndrome and opens up new avenues for supporting bilingualism in similar cases. We are in the process of preparing additional findings that will further substantiate these results and explore how to effectively support bilingualism in individuals with Rett syndrome. Future research will be essential in developing evidence-based recommendations for bilingual language development, ensuring that every person with Rett syndrome has the opportunity to reach their fullest potential. Language is not merely a tool for communication. It serves as a gateway to connection, culture, and identity. For individuals with Rett syndrome, the ability to engage with multiple languages can greatly enrich their lives and strengthen their ties to family and community. Our study represents a small yet significant step toward understanding and nurturing this potential. What are your thoughts on the implications of bilingualism for individuals with developmental conditions? Do you believe that exposing children with Rett syndrome to multiple languages could enhance their cognitive and linguistic abilities? We invite you to share your opinions in the comments.